channel on the computer. And then from here we can just, wait, what? Why does it say waiting? Come on. There we go. Hey, all right. Chat disconnected. That's not good. But there's motion, and I think, okay. So, hey, it says we got one watching. That's probably just me watching on the computer. The plan is that we're going to set this thing up, and then we'll look at my shirts if we get anybody tuning in. Now, it does say on there, do not open with sharp object, but I'm going to try a tool that I don't use very often, which on my Leatherman, usually I'll just use this to open up a knife, or open up a box, but that's kind of a bit long and more dangerous for this. Also, it can dull the knife, cutting into cardboard over time. We don't need to, but there is this thing here, which when I was first looking at this thing, I was opening it up and messing with it the first day I got it, and I'm like, ooh, this, what is, ow! Let's look at the instructions. Oh, it's a box opener. So, yeah. Let's get this thing open here. Huh. It says, whoops, moving you guys. Let me also just do a thing down. Perfect. Don't know why it says unable to connect to chat. Oh, well, hopefully, if anybody joins, we'll be able to see them. But let's carefully. Carefully open up our tiny Space Saver shelf, and we'll pack away the sharp box opener. I can put those right there for now. Okay. This is by Iris, I-R-I-S, Iris USA. They are in Surprise, Arizona. Wonder how that came about. Like, surprise! It's a new town, or city, wherever, whatever you call the place. Okay. That's nice. I believe this is our shelf. Okay, we got, let's see, what do we got in this stapled together hardware bag? I wonder if stapled together is cheaper than Ziploc, because some things use just a little Ziploc bag to hold pieces in there, but these dudes used stapled, and they stapled through a few components. At least the outside. Okay, so we got, those look like, these are covers for screws, okay. We have sticky adhesive, Fasten, copy. Okay. There's the instructions. That's good. We have screws with are these the shelf things? Huh. I thought this would use like a peg type of system here. Then we got these weird tube screw things that adjust. Whatever the heck these brackets are. Wow. Stuff. Things. Things I have no idea what they are, but we'll find out shortly enough. We have also, so we have that piece. I wonder if this is the back part of it, because these seem to be thicker, so they probably would be the shells, which I'm hoping I can leave the back off, and I believe that if the back is just this thin piece here, we'll be able to leave it off. Okay. Also got this up here. Okay, let's first off. And I believe I won't have to go out and get a screwdriver. Well, I mean, I have a few screwdrivers in here. They're not like thick, sturdy, but there is also the screwdriver on my Leatherman, so. Yeah, this will work. Alright, let's look at these instructions here. Didn't think it would be this many pieces complex, but... Okay. This has 2 shelves. There's the bottom, and then the one that can be positioned along the thing, which is that? I see, yeah. So that looks like a peg system, but then they gave us, I don't know. They gave us pieces that look like they screw. But, yeah, judging by this, I should be able to leave the back just entirely off. Because I want to have my cables and stuff, just open space for my cables to stick out through the back. I may put it on and put a little hole in one spot if I find that too many things are getting pulled off to the back. Okay. Alright, let's see. So this piece will flip around like that. Alright. For indoor storage use only. Yes, thank you. It's not weatherproof or anything like that. Oh, and that one edge there is a little rough with the finish, which is like a press board, and then they put laminate on the outside or something. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so 100 dimensions, blah blah. Wait. Wait. Vertical. Connecting shelves. Assembly method. Okay, so first of all, we need body screws, which would be these maybe. Okay, so 4 body screws. There are 1, 2. Let's just undo the staple on this. I'm pretty sure these are the body screws, but we might also be able to tell if I can keep it open. Might also be able to tell by just how many there are. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that right? Yeah, 4. Plus 4, that's 8. So there are 9 of them. These are not pointy or anything. They're not drywall screws. That's cool. So wait. Yeah, there are 9 body screws. There's a back panel stop screw. There's 7 of those. Wow, 7. Would it be these? No. There's 4 tiny screws in there. Oh wait, would it be these? I'm confused now. So there are shelf pins, screw caps, washers. Oh, back panel stops are 7, and I'm confused how these work. Wait a minute. Oh, there's a blue bag. These are like screw-in plastic or acrylic little shelf. Okay, so what do we do? So top board, bottom board. And body screws with the side board. Okay, so that makes perfect sense. So let's just carefully turn it down. And they're saying this is going to be the back. I'm going to rotate this like they're showing us. Okay, well, I will just say quickly, if anybody's watching, but I'm not seeing any comments because YouTube's being weird, I am sorry. Anyways. Okay. So then, wait. Oh, that's one of the shelf pieces. No. Aha. I was just wondering which one's the top and which one's the bottom, but then I realized it actually doesn't matter which is the top and which is the bottom, because this one has like weird screws going through it all the way, whereas this other one doesn't, but when you're done, you know, if one's on the wrong side, you just flip it over. Which, oh goodness, there's an extra screw. Wait, so they show... oh no, there are the same number of holes. Okay, so we're good. So it doesn't matter which one goes where, they just go. Okay, so then this is the first piece of furniture that I have ever put together. And, you know, I'm just thinking of, like, Linus and all of the stuff that he's put together. Because, you know, the Intel Extreme upgrade and new desks. And... okay. Let's go ahead and get our second one screwing. Yes, there is a hole down there. Okay. And it looks like the holes they have are going to be slightly smaller. You know what? I'm going to put it like this. Yeah, it looks like they're going to be slightly smaller than our piece is, or than our screws are, so that the screws actually grab in. Yeah, it's really, really nice just thinking about the back, how thin it is, because definitely this can be open. The back is not much support for the whole structure. Okay, now we can do the same thing to the top of this. piece goes on this way, and we can start by putting both of these in the little teeny hole, screwing part way, and then I will just hold that. This was a ratchet. Oh, that would be so nice. I would be like done putting the screws in. So in that case, I'll go ahead and put that like that. Weird, you can feel the screw moving through, but then I wouldn't know much about furniture assembly. So what are these ones for? It's almost like you put a dowel or something there, but I don't know why. Unless you wanted to like have this as hanging storage, because a lot of, I've seen these are used for bathrooms quite often because you have limited space in there. Sweet. That feels really nice and sturdy. Obviously, you could karate chop with just the one side there, but cool. Okay. Let's put this like this. I'm curious though. So if we were putting the back panel on, we slide it in, we slide the second side on, and then we put the back panel stops at their angles. Okay, I see that adds a little more support. Then you add the side screws, and then you add the concealing stickers. Why are they calling these stickers? They're not stickers, they're plastic. Which is actually a lot better than stickers. I was watching a Tecmo video earlier, where he was looking at the Dynamo 8-track player. Looks like a dynamite plunger. And he had to poke a sticker to fix I think it was Japanese 8-track karaoke tape. I'm like, oh, you have to ruin the label. Oh, that's so sad. I would have tried to carefully peel up the label and then put glue to put it back in. But this is nicer, because if you ever have to take these off, you can do it. And you can do it fine. So then what is the rest of this stuff like? There's 5 concealing stickers, and they look just white. Is it like something you use to conceal when you're mounting it to a white wall? I'm curious. What is the... Wait. So vertical, wall anchor fittings, product anchoring screws. Be sure to attach unit onto the wall using the supplied wood screws at a firm... when connecting vertically, be sure to secure the unit using wall anchors. Yes, sure. So the point of this is that you could mount it vertically. It only has one set of holes. So essentially you only mount one of these together. Then why not just use a taller unit? Unless it has more structural support to have two units anchored together. Because then you'd have screws at a middle shelf section. Okay, and I see these are white then, so that they just match the inside. And then that's why we have these joint bolts. Okay, so like the screw undoes from one, you put it in and screw it. That's cool. Definitely keep those somewhere just in case. But I will not be wanting it that tall. So anyways, let's finish this. We are not putting the back on. You know what? I'm gonna try something actually. I'm gonna grab my screwdrivers that I was just using. It's getting a little toasty in here. I'm gonna grab man, if I had a drill. I think I actually like the torque. Yeah, I like this better for the toughness of this screw. I'll start this other one in. And if I had thought about the drill, I would have grabbed it. Or if I knew exactly where the drill was and that it had the right bit on it, sure. We'll put in the covers for these once everything is done. Question though is, where do I even store this for later? Okay, that's good. Okay. And I wonder why they have 9 of these. Like, do the instructions say anything? Also, at this point, it looks like we're not going to be looking at my shirts. I want to do that when fans are actually here, but yeah, it's okay. Okay, so maybe they should include an extra one in case you lose one or something. They still haven't explained what the extra side holes are for. Probably something to do with the wall mount. Oh no. You would joint these to each other side to side if you wanted a wider unit. Okay, that makes sense. And the wall anchor fittings, you find a stud, and they just, so this those ones attach to the top and they hang off. Okay. Yeah, I think including my mom's discount, paid like $25-ish with tax for this thing. A little more than I was like hoping to spend, but they were cheaper, especially since like other places like Home Depot have the same thing. It's just was $1 or so more. Maybe not even that, maybe like 50 cents more. Either way. And I would have liked to have paid, I looked on KSL for something like this, but I did not. What's going on here? Why is it? It's like flush in the back, but the front, for some reason isn't. So let's just undo the side screw here. I hope it wasn't anything to do with me like putting one in funny and then it, you know, went in at an angle in its hole. I don't think it would. I think the screw is going to choose the path of least resistance. Let's just rotate you guys. Tilt it up just a bit. That's weird. Yeah, it's ever so slightly sloped forwards a bit as opposed to the back. Kind of don't like that. And this one side is flush, but this side isn't. Did I do something wrong? Like, how's the other? No, this side is a little wacko too. What the heck? I mean, maybe it's just, you know, cheap, and we just need a shelf that looks kind of nice, but then you peek too close and you see it's cheap. Yeah, why is that? I'm gonna try unscrewing this screw here. Sounds good. Let's put you back in. Yeah. Still like not perfect, but I mean it's standing up relatively straight. Put on a single tile maker. Yeah. It's good enough. So, ooh. I just realized some of the things I want to put in here might not fit. But I'm limited by the space that I have to put it there in between my filing cabinet and my computer. But let's grab one of those items, which will be the Exton VGA. Oh, darn. Really? Why did I not think of this? Okay. Also, we can see if it fits in the space that's already there. Because if it does, well then great. This can just, you know, kind of do like that, or do a vertical number, or something. This is a really small space, but we're making it work. Alright, let's... So much stuff. Okay, let's see here. Okay. Let's move you guys so you guys can see the space back there. Let's move our cable right there. It's probably Oh, that is nice. Yo. Oh, and you guys probably couldn't see a whole lot. Let's get over a bit. That is nice. Ow. Jeez. Alright, so let's, oops. Started pulling stuff. Let's watch out for that. Okay, so good. Let's fit the shelf in. I was wondering, there's only one shelf. Why are there 4 shelf pins? And then I'm like, well, it does, because it has 4 things, 2 in the front, 2 in the back. Which, oh, where did the shelf pins go? Where did... Ah, the blue bag. Okay. So before I put the shelf pins there, oh, and even this bag has yet another little... Oh, it's just a piece of, they're all held just on by a piece of packing tape. Fortunately, though, they're nice and smooth, and the tape is not, like, sticking and leaving marks, so we can cap these holes off. I'm actually going to go grab... Ow. I'm actually going to go grab a hammer really quickly. My legs. Okay. I think the AC just kicked on, which, thank you, it's getting toasty in here. Okay. That one's in. How many of these do they give? Like they feel like they give extra. It's kind of nice. But I also appreciate how you can still see, like, there's a difference in, there's something there. So, like, you kind of know where they are if you ever have to take this thing apart. Oh, I forgot there's double sides to the thing, so there's probably just enough. Shows you how much I installed. Wow. Look at this. There's the stream. Zoom in. One watching now. Started streaming less than 1 minute ago. Like, no. I've been streaming for 34 minutes and 22 seconds according to the phone. That is not it. And if I moved over on the computer, actually no, the computer wouldn't say it, would it? Maybe it will. I don't know. I need to add studio setup to this title. But I was kind of sort of running out of room. So we have 1, 2, 3. So they give you 1 extra of these. Just like they did with the screws. Alright. don't want to get onto my knees again right now. I'm going to flip this over. It's a bit dusty on my floor too, it looks like. Which is expected but sad. Means I'll have to clean it a little bit. Once I get things a little more set up, then sure, I'll do a light cleaning. Go. Couldn't tell if I was looking at a very light reflection off of the smooth laminate, or that one's being weird. Yeah, or if I was actually seeing a slight gap, but nope, it was a gap. This one. That's nice. Well, that one went in almost all the way by itself. Okay, come on. And this piece goes. Okay, that one looks. It feels a little more flush on the one side. Yeah, whatever, okay. Alright, I'm going to set that right there for now. So, this be the top, that's the bottom. I wonder, though, where did the, yeah, I wonder why they have 4 of these if there's only, like, 2 holes. And then also, it's like, having these on the outside, yeah, you don't have a shiny, bright screw visible. But all the holes inside there, they're not quite as shiny, and it's like it's a different shade of brown, not quite as dark, sure. But it just seems weird. You have all these holes in there, and yet you're trying to cover up the outside and those holes, and you got these holes in here. I don't quite know. I don't know, it just seems weird that you're covering up some of the holes, but not all of them. Okay. So, let's grab our clear shelf pegs. G-Star asked me if I'm looking at live chat. Let me try refreshing the page on my computer, because for some reason it's not working. And let me see. Okay. Okay. Hey. Sorry, now it's still saying disconnected, so try sending another message and see if I see it. I should see it on the phone, but we'll see if I see it on the computer. Because it still says disconnected, trying to... Can you see that? Showed up on my computer. So, why does it still keep saying, like, disconnected, unable to... This is... So yeah, something weird happened. I can see it on the phone, but I can't see it on the computer. Where's my phone? All right, I'm gonna try refreshing the page on the computer one more time. If that doesn't work, okay, that looks, nope, still saying disconnected. So Let me just pull up the stream on my phone. And I will view comments this way. So, something weird happened. Do tell. If you want to. I assume you do by the way that you said it, but, you know. Put those in there, even though they're not magnetic. And, alright, let's see. You know what? I'm liking also how this has these indents in it. Okay, in gym class and heard someone call your name. So because I'm keeping the back of this thing off, it won't be able to slide like this shelf right here that is adjustable. It can slide, except for the front piece won't let it come out. So you heard Willie Trombone calling your name in gym class today. Interesting. It could be, I don't know, could be the medication you take. We talked about that before. I don't know, but definitely interesting. Makes me actually think of one time where I thought, so I used to have this kitchen, like, you know, the plastic kitchen set, where it's like the stove with the hood, and there's like a plastic telephone on there. And I used to use it as like a lemonade type stand, selling stuff. Oh boy, when I forget how old. 16 and under at least. And other things and play around with it. My parents got it used from like Deseret Industries, the thrift store. But I remember one time, I was out in the backyard pretending like I was at a store, and I picked up the phone like I was going to make a store-wide announcement. And I was absolutely positive that my voice had an echo to it like it was on a speaker. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 holes. Let's actually put this down because I can better judge where I want. So I'm just going to put the thing in the middle. I can see becoming somewhat scared of certain objects. Let's see, so 13, 6, 6 is 12. So that's going to be, wait. No, wait, this is a case where you're going to have even... oh, it's going to be directly, because you got... So there's going to be 6 on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that means it goes there and doesn't like... Okay. For some reason, I just started thinking of the song You Don't Know Why by Rim de Glage. It's a bit weird. Unusual. That means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's nice. And I think it's kind of nice that these things actually screw in a little bit. Where does this one go? Over here. Because then they're less likely to just slide out. Like the other ones just push into the wood. Wow, the angle that we're looking at, it makes it look like this thing is scawampus. But it's not. Okay, so we have the final one. Goes right here. My phone is loading a bit. I hope that's just the house Wi-Fi being unusual. I need to check. I'm gonna try shutting off house Wi-Fi. Still see comments though, that's good. Timed out. Also in gym class I couldn't stop thinking about what I heard, and I was feeling so many different emotions, confused, a little scared, nervous, bewildered, and so on. I don't know if I felt lots of different emotions at once, maybe I have, but there have been some times recently where I wasn't exactly sure what I was feeling. It was almost like sad, but not quite, I didn't know why. Anyways, let's put this thing in. Okay, this is obviously the front. Also a tight fit. Right, that's not going anywhere. I love it. So let's put this in here, and since you are here, we will look at my shirts, and then I will take out this stream. I'll put all my stuff in that later. I just need to get this into place. We weren't even looking at that probably, but hey, there we go. I love it. It's definitely a tight fit. Actually, wait, no, there's one more thing. Well, first I want to gather up all of the hardware for this. There's a garbage can. There we go. And we have our... You know, actually, let's... I don't really know. I don't really hear voices. I'm not on any medication. Well, I mean, my thoughts are in all kinds of different characters. There was one period that for some reason I kept hearing my voice in like the same voice as I think it was John Baker from the original Chips TV show, California Highway Patrol. Well, that's a good show. And, oh, they include 5 of these things, yet you only have 2? Huh. And so, like, I can imagine things being said in almost any voice. Sometimes it's really easy to pick and choose the voice, although most times I don't. Sometimes it's kind of random. Maybe I would. I'm not entirely sure. Let's put just one of these on. Hope it doesn't get poked through. I can't put a screw through there without it sticking into the other side for no reason. It does look, yeah, slightly better than a hole. So yeah, I don't know exactly what I would do if I heard favorite character from a game calling my name. I would actually probably be a little bit worried. Like, why am I hearing this? Okay. Most of the games that I play... Like, none of the games that I've played have ever had a thing where, like, you type in your name, and then it can say your name back to you, or anything like that. So I would be suspicious. I would start wondering if somebody had, like, was imitating that voice and trying to lure me somewhere to do, you know, spooky things. I don't know, like hiding in the shadows, Phantom of the Opera type stuff. So, yeah, that looks nice, and it's a nice shade of brown, and here's all the hardware that we didn't use but will be saved for later just in case. I'm going to put that on my desk right then, and let's quickly look at my shirts. Also make sure I put my screwdriver away. Okay. So, how do we want to do this? Probably going to be something involving the platform behind us. So I'm going to take... Where's my... Oh, Leatherman. This will go back in my bag. Okay. So... Yeah, let's adjust the tripod really quickly. We'll extend out one set or one section of these legs. Okay. Whoops. Lock that in place. And let's see. Inside and also above me. So, if it sounded like that to me, I would wonder if maybe I like heard it on I don't know, the school PA system or something like that. All right, let's make a little room. Move that thing. Up we go. Hey, okay, so pretty sure I'm going to want this tilted up a little bit higher. Hopefully. Alright, so let's, I'm going to be folding my laundry and we'll look at my cool shirts. It would be kind of cool if a few other people were here. First, let's actually get this new shirt out of the way. I bought it just today. It's going to be replacing one of my other shirts. I had some Kohl's Cash. Sadly, it expired. But then I read online that don't throw away your Kohl's Cash. They can honor it in store up to 10 days after it expired. The lady at my store didn't. Just some 16-year-old girl. I didn't push anything. Maybe she was a little older, but I didn't push anything. You know, maybe if I talked to a manager or something, I would have. It was just something I got for doing an Amazon return through them. But yeah, this is the shirt that I got. It's a super soft tee by Sonoma. All I know is William Sonoma. I don't know if they're anything special or whatnot, but so you do have this. It's a decent shirt. I haven't worn it yet, but it's a nice red. I'll set that to the side. It's a new shirt. We need to look at all of the things in this first of all. I think these are dirty. What's all of this? Ugh. Anyways, and hopefully you are still here, G-Star. So this was a used to be a How Ridiculous tee. You know, the 44 Club, or sorry, not a tee, a sweater. It's actually really fuzzy inside, and that's nice. One thing I don't like. It looks like you are here. Another thing I was thinking was that the mental construct of Willie Trombone inside my mind became sentient. Interesting. Interesting way of looking at it. You know, actually, let me say this. I don't really normally talk about this, but I believe the therapy is called internal family systems, but essentially you are looking at, there are different parts inside of you that can be separate people. It's like, okay, and so you need to look, and do you see a little girl in a room? And that little girl would be part of you. Yes. And what is the little girl doing? And how are they acting? And what are they saying? And you talk to these parts. I have two of them. There's part one and part two. For me, they're kind of like my son, but they represent different parts of me. One of them is more sad. The other is a little more optimistic, hopeful. And then I'm somewhere in the middle. And sometimes I am not strong, and they actually are. And they take care of and do things. And I don't know. So maybe it's that. Maybe you're hearing your inner self part of you as Willie Trombone. So actually maybe try and reach out to that part and see what they are. But think of them as yourself and say, hey, how are you? What are you doing? In your case, you would be the mother of this child of yourself. And I'm not a therapist. I've only I think I did this once with my mom. My aunt does this as therapy profession now. But actually talk to them and be like, what's going on? How can I help you? Check in with them. See how they're doing. You have conversations with essentially yourself, but a different part that doesn't really answer, because for me, there's part one, there's part two, and then there's me. We're all one unit, yes, but they're kind of separate, and they can say things. And a lot of times I'm not really talking with them or thinking. We're all just acting as one. But sometimes it's important to just take a step back and say, hey guys, let's have a meeting. Okay, how are you feeling? Part two, how are you feeling? What's going on? Explain to me. Let's talk. Let me know why we're feeling this way. And you work things out. So, yeah, this used to have Christmas type stuff. It's ugly sweater. Going back to the shirts now. Anyways, the thing I don't like about this is it was a little bit tight. Kind of tough to get on. I haven't worn it in a really long time just because it also doesn't unzip. And most of the time, or unbutton. Most of the time I need to either unzip or unbutton. So, still though, that was good. And that's one of the few things I've ever bought that was new. Because, like, I bought merch from YouTubers that I like. Anyways, oh, yeah. It's coming off way too much on the front. This is, Lady Liberty approved, Lucy'sPizza.com. Back 2015 when I worked at Lucy's New York Style Pizza. That just reminds me of how I'm coming slowly towards the end of some of the projects I said I was going to do before I went back to my job. Or looked for another one. I'm a bit nervous about that. Like, I still think I could have a chance at moving to the other Marco's Pizza location. Like, I don't think there'd be too many problems there, but I just kind of don't want to because I'm having so much fun. Having so much fun. Anyways. So, I haven't worn that in a long time. I don't really wear that. There's another one here, too. One of these is my friend's. He didn't need it anymore, so he gave it to me. This is my friend's one. It's bigger. So you think Willie Trimbone represents the younger version of yourself? That could be very true. But also, for me at least, these two parts, they've had ages. And for a while they were younger, and that was kind of sort of a problem because then we're more likely to act younger. But eventually they learned and they grew, and now we're pretty much the same age. I don't know for certain. You know, if I really sat down in a more comfortable setting and talked to them, I could find out. But they might not be quite our full age yet, but there's a point where they can kind of grow up a little bit and, you know, be almost your same age and mature. So, but yeah, they can represent different parts of you, but actually sit down and have a conversation with them sometime. And some good things can come from it. I know some people will think it's weird thinking about this way. More accurate to who he really is in the game. Interesting. So, I wouldn't know therapeutically why. Maybe that's a sign of growth. Maybe that's a sign of just making better connection with the character. I don't know. Maybe it's a little bit of desperation. I kind of feel like, for some reason, maybe one of my parts, if they really wanted to get in touch with me, and they couldn't, they might try taking the form of something else I had recently seen. Here we go. I have two of these. Roads. Where we're going, we don't need roads. Dr. Emmett Brown. Little Back to the Future tea with the DeLorean. This came with an MKBHD t-shirt that I will... Where is it? Is this it? Or is this my... No, that's my Messy Mondays shirt. Aha! This is my MKBHD t-shirt. So I placed an order for this, Team Crispy wristband, and a set of 3 stickers. I was at the store when I was doing this. I'm like, oh, I forgot to finish my order. So I opened my phone, finished my order, but it had an issue. And then I was like, okay. Because also this shirt was a mystery tee, which I was thinking, and it was for $15 instead of normally like these are $30 or something. I think that happened because I wanted it to happen, which that's cool. If you want it to happen, great. You can... My parts used to have, they would like try out certain voices and things, but eventually I said, hey, just sound like me, or they don't sound exactly like me, but they have their own sort of more high-pitched, relaxed voice. And I like that voice, and just stick to one voice so it makes it easy so I know who I'm talking to internally instead of, oh, is I just remembering a quote from a TV show? Am I talking to somebody else? Is it Satan trying to tempt me with something that sounds like somebody else? I don't know. It makes it simple and easy. I like the voices organized in my head. So, yeah. When I placed the order, it didn't work. And so I redid it. But then it turned out it did work because I got two things. I let their company know, just on support, and they're like, you can send back the extra stuff for a refund. And I'm like, yeah, actually, I don't want to send them back. I'll keep them, but just know that for the future so that maybe you can work out any issues where it'll throw in so that nobody throws an error and then they order two stuff because it actually went through. But, yeah. That's what I've got. I don't know what I'm going to do with all the MKBHD stickers, but, yeah. This is my Blimey Cow t-shirt. It's becoming a little faded. A lot of these shirts have holes in them. So I want to ask Linus sometime on the WAN show, like, how Yvonne doesn't get holes in her shirt. Because he posted a thing about his wife Yvonne, this was months ago on Twitter, and he's like, and she was wearing an old Winnie the Pooh t-shirt that she'd had for like a decade or something. And how she doesn't get holes in it. And seeing that, I started crying a bit because there's some cool shirts in here that are getting holes in them that I might try and find online a replacement for, but it's like, no, I can't wear that anymore. But I really liked that shirt. Anyways, also, apparently this is not the fastest way to fold a shirt, it's just how I was taught. So I forget how the other way was, but I was shown once at Dollar Tree, because we had, every once in a while they'll get t-shirts in there, and we had a bunch of shirts. And then I was folding them, and then one of the managers came over. She was nice, and she was like, "Hey, you're gonna be there forever folding them like that." I'm like, "Well, how else do you fold them?" She showed me how. You know what? I'm gonna do something really quick too. I'm going to go over to my computer. I'm just going to sleep it. That way it's not a machine off in the corner spewing out heat. Here is a recycle shirt. Most of the shirts that I have came from the thrift store. This is one of those shirts that have come from the thrift store. Savers, absolutely amazing. Don't really shop at DI a lot, but that's because they're a little bit farther away. Or there used to be Tags Thrift. I loved Tags Thrift. Like, when Tags Thrift opened up, my first thought was a new thrift store. Well, they're so close together, I'm pretty sure that only one will survive. And at that point, I didn't have any investment in either one. Like, I haven't been to Tags yet. Maybe they're great. I don't necessarily completely care who wins. Although if Tags had won, I might have been missing Savers, because, childhood memories. But, Tags Thrift ended up being cheaper than Savers by, like, half. I remember I walked in and I'm like, oh, look, it's a little alarm clock with twin bells on top that's battery operated. This is going to be like $4 if I know anything about thrift pricing because of Savers. Oh no, it's $2. Yeah, I don't know why Tags Thrift didn't survive. Maybe there's one Tags Thrift still surviving somewhere. They also had a thing where it actually didn't work out to be that much money with this anyways, but you could like bring in toys and their clothes and you would get paid for them by weight. I brought in a big huge box of toys and puzzles and it was like 58 cents or something. He was like, yeah, I know it's not much. Is that okay? Like, yeah, sure. I don't really care. I just want to get rid of them. Anything counts. And I went to the store and bought myself a Gatorade with it. I haven't had Gatorade in a long time because their taste changed a little bit. But, yeah, they were pretty cool. Although I am wishing I kept like one or two of the puzzles and sold them for $1 or so on KSL. These are like old toys that the nursery in my church was cycling out. So, recycle. Whenever I'm thrifting and stuff like that or in any store, I want to know what the thing is from. And this is just this. It's just recycle with bicycles to be funny. There's nothing specific that it's from as far as I'm aware. But I like to know where things are from because I don't want to just wear any old thing or whatever. And there's a reason for that. One second while I get rid of this, whatever the sticky spot on my arm is. So the reason for that is, oh, one second. There's also Claude living inside my mind. He literally just represents the part of me that loves Lego Bionicles. That's so random. That's cool. Yeah. So, I used to kind of wear whatever because we came from like a poor family and I wasn't super picky about the shirts that I had. So then my mom had a friend, someone that she taught on her mission, and his wife come from Texas. And while they were there, they brought some stuff for us. You know, I think like a cookbook because I like cooking. I don't like cooking stuff from books. I like making up my own recipes. And if I have to, I'll look something up to see how it's made and then modify it accordingly. So I still have that book somewhere, but I've never used it. But they brought that. They brought some other stuff. They also brought some t-shirts. One t-shirt for me they brought was a... Maybe Chloe actually represents the creative part of me. That could be true. They brought a... Dallas Cowboys, the football team. They brought one of those shirts. And, ooh, this was back 2015. Okay, and let me say, I don't really care for sports. I didn't really know who the Cowboys were. I think I figured it out, though, before these main events happened. But I wore it because it's a free shirt for me. Why not, right? And then this was before I had gotten my actual work shirt at Lucy's, which you have to pay for your shirts there. But the manager was nice, like, you're going to have to pay for the shirt. It's $15. Is that okay? And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. Fine to get a work shirt, which is these green Lucy shirts under here. So, but I was wearing my Dallas Cowboys shirt one day, and then this one guy, one of the servers, he was nice, but also like a little bit crude. He would always ask questions because he wanted to get me prepared for going on a mission, which I was trying to at that point. But that, sadly, is past me now. Anyways, he was like, oh, you like the Dallas Cowboys? And I'm like, no, this is just a shirt that my mom's friend gave me, and I'm wearing it just because it's a shirt, and I don't really care for... No, you like the Dallas Cowboys. No, really, I'm just wearing this shirt because it was a gift to me. Nah, you like the Dallas Cowboys. Ever since that, I will not wear a shirt unless I know the company, I actually like or support them, I have experience with them. Like my aunt gave us some Raising Cane's shirts. They're like a Texas fried chicken restaurant in Texas, where my aunt lives. This is an aunt on my dad's side of the family. One for me, and there was one for my mom. I forget if I think my dad might have passed away at that point, or maybe he didn't, but she only had two, or didn't have one in his size. It's like, you can have my shirt, Mom. I will not wear that shirt, because I have never been to Raising Cane's and tasted their chicken. Oh, part of you that wishes you weren't human. So, quick comment on that. Basically, that's pretty much it. So now I always vet all the shirts that I buy. I look up any logos and stuff on them, or I check sayings. Make sure I know where they're from. It seems kind of weird to wish that you weren't human, because for me, I've kind of felt like I have to wake up and how am I going to act normal today so that I don't seem weird and so I fit in with everyone else? Like, if literally no one bothered me, then I could be a green Martian with big eyes from Mars that just lives quietly in his house and doesn't really do much with anybody except for maybe a few Earth friends that have befriended myself, and I could water my plants and stay home and watch TV and not do much. But I've never really wished that I wasn't human. Now, in your case, you're probably wishing you're from like the Neverhood or something, which maybe that would be cool, but I almost look at them as human. It's just that the art style was clay, so I don't know. But I mean, they do specifically mention clay in the story. But yeah. If I wasn't human, I'd probably want to be a bird, like a parrot. A nice little cute cockatiel. Give love to somebody. Oh, I'm crying because I miss Jima. Oh boy, memories. My Dollar Tree shirt. You can wear just a green shirt there, but then they gave like an option for us to buy shirts. And I think one of our coworkers could like his mom could stitch this onto a shirt for cheaper than like how it would be with Staples. It's been sewn under there. I wore this once in a video, and like I think I was supposed to blur out the logo, but I forgot to. It's not been uploaded yet. But when I finished that video, this is because it was green. It kind of looks like a work shirt. This is my Dollar Tree shirt. Well, somewhere in here, there's probably another green shirt, if I still have it, that I wore for a while at Dollar Tree. This shirt stays for like sentimental values. Maybe I'll hang it up somewhere. Yeah. That one also might not even be clean. Which, my goodness, I mean, they're not super dirty, so that's okay. Worst cases, there's a smidge of sweat on these, but they'll be fine. A Del Taco shirt. I once wore this under my Sweeto Burrito shirt, which is in here somewhere. And let's say that, it kind of sort of, I took that off and my coworker's like, wait, why are you wearing the enemy's shirt? I'm sorry, Del Taco is not the enemy of Sweeto Burrito, because Sweeto Burrito is so very different. Ever since I was little, I wished I was, ever since I was little, I was convinced I am not from this world at all. Started with my brother jokingly saying that I'm an alien. I hope your brother wasn't being mean and he was just seriously kind of joking, because that's a very, very tough thing. Like, autism makes us act and be different, and I've got type 1, so I'm probably as close to normal as it'll get. I mean, there's still ways I can grow and improve, but as far as the autism spectrum goes, it's as close as you get to normal. But saying that, like, I used to be teased that everything was a figment of my imagination, and I'll say his name, even though people won't know. Only people locally will know who, but it's like, oh, look, Sam isn't helping load wood into the truck for our camp out. Scout camp out. It's because you're not imagining hard enough. It's a figment of imagination. I knew that wasn't true, and I just brushed it away, although secretly, like, inside part of me was a little bit hurt. But, oh, by the way, avocados, delicious any way you slice them. Another thrift store find right here. And so teasing did bother me just a little bit, actually, when I kind of ignored it and went back to my editing videos and other stuff. But yeah, hopefully your brother teasing you didn't like hurt you too much, and that he was just kind of being funny in a way, but he actually like loved you. But yeah, we can act different sometimes. We have things that make us seem unusual. Especially if you don't know what to do with people like it. Like, some people with Down syndrome who are acting weird and they almost like they have a tantrum or like, that sort of a thing. It can kind of be like, okay, I'm a little nervous, I'm not sure what to do here, but I don't know. I don't look down on these people. I'm just always a little uneasy because I'm not sure what to do. How do they want me to act? What's the best thing to do around them? But yeah, there can be some pretty nice people. I forget his name, and even if I remembered his name, I wouldn't say it. I barely hurt your feelings. That can be kind of good in a way. It shows some resilience. Hummingbirds are the sharks of the sky. I was actually wearing this shirt in DI recently, and someone recognized it. It's like, is it from a video game? It's from Captain Sparkles. We got talking. He's now seen my YouTube channel. I've seen his a little bit. But so back to, really quickly on that one. Oh yeah. Actually, no, I will say his name. I doubt it will cause any problems. So his name was Kevin, right? And he would go with a group of special needs people with their non-special needs helpers to the Dollar Tree, and they'd get to buy one thing every once in a while. Usually it was like a snack, or they would buy a drink or something, and Kevin was one that could throw a serious tantrum if something happened and cause problems. He was relatively strong, too. So it was always a little bit nervous whenever he'd throw a tantrum. Like, one time, the worker forgot his wallet. They had to all get in the car, and then he would come back and buy the stuff really quickly. And if, you have to get in the car, Kevin, and then you'll get your stuff. I will come back and get it, but you have to. so he could understand some things, but he couldn't speak. He could only he could only grunt like that. But he was pretty nice, and you could tell that he had a connection and he understood a lot of words. And I don't know, for some reason, once his thing that he chose was a book on the history of AOL, or no, sorry, the history of Yahoo. And I'm like, huh, seems very interesting for a person like that. But he bought a notebook one time, and so I'm like, so what is this notebook for? You know, can he write? He's like, well, he can kind of write his name, and he kind of knows the names of some of his families, but that's about it. But what actually happens a lot is that he has this girl that he likes, kind of a girlfriend. She had the same condition as he did, except for he could talk, and every once in a while he would like see her at this when he would go and be in an area where this other group would go for something or whatever. And so he would actually have his helper write letters for her, and it was, like really sweet. And then, I remember I like mentioned this to one of the assistant managers who knew him because they shopped there regularly. They were a really nice group, and I liked them. And then it was like, oh, Kevin, she said, you have a girlfriend, and he got this big smile on his face, and it was really sweet. Yes, be very glad that you can talk, because it can be very tough. I'm sure that they actually have ways of communicating somehow, and like more happy sounds and more sad sounds, and where's this from? This is just from the thrift store. One time I went on a big t-shirt spree, and I bought more shirts than I usually did because I wanted a good variety. But yeah, it's very special that we can talk, or it makes me think of, there was one episode where it might have been cerebral palsy or something, but it was an episode of the Not Touched by an Angel. Oh, Highway to Heaven with Michael Landon. He played the father on Little House on the Prairie. But one episode, he's the angel, right? And then he has his human helper, and they were helping this family where the father had recently died, and then so that left the mom, who was somewhat old, like 60s or so, with her two sons, one of which had like cerebral palsy or something, where he was just stuck in a wheelchair, and he couldn't really, it was something different actually, he couldn't move or anything like that. But eventually they got him a computer where he could manipulate stuff with his mouth and move the chair around, and he was able to move things around and spell out sentences and type. And the first thing that he said to them, because she was sure that his favorite food was turkey with the garlic and stuff she puts in that was pureed, so that she could like spoon it down his mouth and keep him alive. And, I'm not going to summarize the whole episode, but the first thing that he said was, with his computerized voice, "You are right, Mom. My favorite food is turkey." It was kind of a sweet story. Not true, obviously, but it was cool. And to think that some of those technologies were possibly actually available back then for people, yeah. So I'm very glad that I can talk too. But yeah. So, thinking about the spree that this was years ago when I bought all these different colors. This blue t-shirt in particular, during the period that I was gone from the YouTube channel, there came a period where I became really worried, like, what do colors have to do with emotions? I know, like, blue is kind of more sad, and red and yellow are more lively. I don't know what the other colors mean and represent. There were times last year when I suddenly became nonverbal. That's kind of sad. Thankfully, it didn't last very long. Hopefully that's something that is mostly figured out, so that you know what to avoid to not cause it. But yeah, so I became really worried that these like, if I'm wearing my blue shirt, is it just feeding into my depression more and causing problems? Maybe it's just making me look more depressed than I want to look, so that I have less people asking me, "Are you okay?" And then now I'm not so much worried about that, but it is something that I'm curious about, that I'll take into consideration. It's not like, oh, blue does feed into your negative emotions and make you feel more sad. Oh, fine, I'm getting rid of this shirt. No. This is one shirt that is having holes in it now. There's some holes in the bottom. I won't be able to wear this much longer. I don't like holes in the bottom of my shirt. Why? Why do you have to do this? Why do I have to get holes in the bottom of my shirt like that? There's a hole in the back. And now I'm crying because I'm going to lose my beautiful horse flag shirt. I love this shirt. I'll have to like look up online and see if I can find it somewhere. It's by Gildan Soft Style. Somewhere I have a photo of this, but I don't I don't know where it is, but it was funny. I wanted to buy this shirt except for it was a large t-shirt, so too big for me, and I didn't want to pay $8 for it, but it's a red t-shirt with a black outline on it, and the outline was a flagpole, the American flag, and then there's a security camera on top of the American flag. And it's like, yep. Always watching people and trying to be secure, and when we're almost not. Oh, a big hole under the armpit. Oh. They were very brief, and those moments actually caused me to realize my superpower. Okay. That's cool. Cool to realize our strengths. Anyways, this shirt right here. A lot of stuff going on through my mind right now. This shirt is another blue shirt. I don't know if it was the same time as I bought all the shirts in that spree. Okay, this shirt I think is a little too small for me. What size actually is it anyways? Does it still have a tag? Carbon. Oh, it's a small. So yeah, this shirt would be maybe a little bit, maybe it's a slightly bigger on the small side. It might be a little tight fitting, but it could still fit. I think it might have also actually been with something that changed the color slightly, but I still do like it. I just haven't worn it in a long time. You know what, actually? Un momento, por favor. I'm gonna just go like that, and see if it still fits me. Also, oh, I was wearing a Humming Shark shirt. I forgot what shirt I was wearing, yeah. I like the design with the bird better. I have one of those moments in right when it ended. Someone called me Willie, and Willie was summoned for the very first time. Okay, so that we're talking about that stuff. Yep. Yeah, actually. You know, this shirt actually still fits pretty good. It's nice. Anyways, I'm gonna quickly change back into my other shirt. Don't even need to undo the buttons to do it. So I can feel how it's maybe a little bit short on me, but yeah. Okay. So what's next? Well, obviously folding this shirt. It's a nice, I don't know, it's almost like a Native American Indian type of pattern is what it makes me think of. Orange used to be my favorite color. And now it's kind of like maybe my second favorite. Because orange is also a little bit similar to red. I think it's like red with a little bit of yellow mixed into it. No, did I just, yeah, a few holes in it. Oh, that's sad. Wow, also the camera is still pointed downwards. Well, I mean, on the stream. Let's make sure that I'm actually, oh, I'm not even entirely live. Let's fix that. There we go. That's a little better. So, how ridiculous. 44 Club. The 44-meter tower dropping stuff on things. I haven't watched How Ridiculous in a while. They're one of the channels that I find fun, but I like cycle through the different channels that I watch. Usually, though, I'm mostly in like the tech sector, watching tech-related things and old computer stuff. Linus and Algira. Lately, I've been watching a lot of Captain Sparkles, And when I think about it, I feel a little bit guilty because he's more of just like pure entertainment, less educational stuff. But he is still pretty fun. Good old Jordan Marin. Here's a 44 shirt. What else? Something. Oh, another humming shark. Yeah, this is the first time when I bought. Well, actually, no. There should be 2 of these shirts that I'm wearing, and then the second time I bought one without and one with. And I bought 2 of the first ones because, like, when one wears out, then I can start wearing the other. But I'm like, I'll just wear both of them whenever I want to and alternate between them because it will last about as long. Yeah, hummingbirds are the sharks of the sky. It's something that he once said. It's because hummingbirds don't stop flying and sharks don't stop swimming, which is actually not true. They do. Sharks do stop swimming every once in a while, and hummingbirds do land every once in a while, but it's not very often that they do that. I almost got to like touch a hummingbird once. I didn't though, but like we were at like on one of my 20-mile hikes, and the guy who was running like the hiking camping area, like if you put your finger on the bird feeder perch, then a hummingbird will land on it. I'm going to start a new stack. That's getting pretty tall. Here we have some pants. I do not have my pants with a really tiny pocket, but I have some pants with a really short pocket where like my Nokia fit nicely, and it was good because the way I like to fit my Nokia in there. But since then I just haven't ever worn them because my smartphone would not fit in that pocket. Like half of my smartphone would be sticking out. I don't know, maybe somehow women's pants ended up in the men's section. I'm not sure. This is Denizen from Levi's. I honestly don't really pay that much attention to my pants. Sometimes they have extra patterns on them and I avoid those, but I'm just like, it's pants. It's jeans, great. Blue, sure. Black, that's sometimes fine. I wear those to work sometimes, otherwise not really. There's my pants. Just a gray t-shirt. Yeah, this is a Puma Pipeline. Yeah, whatever. Brands don't really mean that much to me as far as shirts come. It's like Supreme t-shirt. What's so special about Supreme? Oh, by the way, while you're here, I should mention, like, that thing where you messaged me on Twitter. Really good idea. Do that next time if, I'm not reading chat, because it could mean something's up with the chat. So, let's see. A yellow shirt. This one, along with the gray shirt, and one of those blue shirts was from my spree. This one might... Is this one getting holes? No, this one's not getting holes in it. There's one shirt in here somewhere that's like a slightly different color because I like dyed a white shirt and a hoodie and maybe some pants once. They never got dyed the right color. So yeah, you're still here. That's great. But I was just saying, like, it's a good idea. If I'm ever not responding, because it might, I might seem like, oh, there's chat. I didn't notice. Because, like, especially when you did it, I, like, looked at the notification on my watch, and I saw it was from you on Twitter, and I was able to read it. I'm like, oh, so I guess people are chatting, and my computer's lagging out. Oh, whoops, I need to show this. Star Wars t-shirt. I don't remember if this was the same time as my big spree. I like Star Wars, although not enough that I need more Star Wars t-shirts, but it's a band. All the Star Wars characters on, different instruments, and, like, I don't fully understand it. Is it just because I thought it would be cool to have Star Wars in a band with Leia singing? He's got some kind of a guitar, another guitar. Darth Vader's got a guitar. R2's on like microphone controls or amplifier. Synthesizer with C-3PO. Chewie on the drums and cymbals. I don't know. That was kind of cool. And it's officially licensed too. Star Wars. Copyright Lucasfilm. So I think this was before Disney bought them out, but it's a nice shirt, really. And is it getting holes in it? Not yet. So I believe this is a slightly thicker shirt. And maybe that's just the secret, is thicker versus thin. And then it just means that some of my shirts that are thinner are doomed. And there's nothing special that Yvonne, Linus's wife, has done to keep her shirts from... actually, wait, no. This has a hole right there. There's a small chance that that could be sewn up with a little bit of something, or I just buy a new one. Which, actually, you know what I need to do is, I want to take my shirts that specifically have any holes in them and have them separate. Yeah, it is cool. Did this shirt have any holes under the armpits? No, the yellow shirt is fine. I have another Star Wars shirt in here, which I think I like a little bit better. We should be getting that shortly. But the reason I want these separate is so that then I can more easily assess, like, okay, that's what I need to slowly work out and replace. This one's a relatively recent shirt that I got from Kohl's with Kohl's Cash, like, several months ago. But, man. Star Trek. I like it better than Star Wars. Some people are going to hate me for that. But it is what it is. Good old original Enterprise, NCC 1701. No blasted A, B, D, or C. That's when Scotty had been rescued and was on the Enterprise D in the Next Generation, and he wanted to see the deck of the original Enterprise. Give me, computer, show me the Enterprise. Please give the registration number. NCC1701. No blasted A, B, D, or C. That's a funny scene. He used a little bit different word, though. But yeah. Okay, here's the other MKBHD t-shirt. I'm getting hungry. So when the shirts are done, I'm going to have to go grab something to eat and decide what's next. MKBHD is cool. I'm pretty sure you've heard of him, but I've actually had a friend who hadn't heard of him. And then I had a friend who hadn't heard of Linus either. Different friend. And it was kind of unusual and interesting. But then I could see how, like, they maybe weren't super into, like, the tech space and whatnot. Here is just a red shirt, but it's got some sort of a stain on the front, or, like, maybe a little bit of bleach got on there. This isn't a red shirt that I dyed, but it is a red shirt. And, it still is okay with whatever that is on there. It's starting to get a few holes on the bottom. So this is one that could maybe slightly be replaced, but I don't know. With all the weird fancy shirts that they have now, and like jeans with holes in them, who's to say it didn't come like this? Well, I mean, I am, but yeah, a lot of people might not know or even pay attention. The other Star Wars shirt that I really like. And the sad part is, well, first of all, here's the shirt. It's the blueprints to the Millennium Falcon. The sad part is there's been at least once where even like me and my mom was like, we need to read that sometime and see what's on. I'm like, yeah, we do. That's really good. We should do that. And we haven't done that yet. So I still have absolutely no idea what all the individual pieces of the Millennium Falcon are. Although I have a Star Wars Illustrated book. Reminded you of a Neverwood fan art where the characters are playing instruments. That's cool. Yeah. So this is a sweet little t-shirt, and I will sit down sometime and read it. Actually, you know what? I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to take this downstairs and be like, Mom, we said we were going to read my t-shirt one day and see everything on there, but we didn't. Doing it now. There's that. Here is another Humming Shark shirt, the one that I bought 2 of. I am wearing the other one. Hummingbirds are the sharks of the sky. A lot of people don't know what this is, but I've had 2 people who did. And one person was at like a car dealership when we were looking at a car there, and I was like, because he mentioned hummingbirds are the sharks of the sky. Or like one woman has been like, they are, aren't they? And obviously she didn't know. But this other guy, he read it, and I'm like, yeah, do you know what it's from? He's like, yeah, I almost bought one of the hats with that. Man, if I had a hat, that would have been a nice complete set. Got more pants. Oh goodness. The next shirt that's coming up is from a band, and I'm thinking one of the songs that I kind of like from them, but it's a really deep song that I wouldn't really specifically sing in this video. Maybe someday I would talk about the song in its own contained video, but it's gonna be like, yeah, I'm not gonna like have the whole song on there. I might just be like, it's the song "What Would You Do," originally by City High. I might just be like, hey, this is my review of this song, blah, blah, blah. I like the Bastille version better, blah, blah, blah. If you know the song, great. It's a really deep song, and I think it's telling a really deep, important story that I'm not going to comment about. But yeah, Bastille Owls t-shirt. Don't know why there's to do with owls. This shirt has a few holes in it, one of which was actually because I spilled acrylate super glue on here, and then it made that hole at the bottom. This one, I probably want to get replaced someday. I don't wear it anymore because it has a hole in it. But also, and a bigger hole than my other ones. Yeah, it's like $24. I don't know if I'll ever buy it again or not, but a thrift store find. Separate from like when I found all of the different shirts. There was one shirt where it was like ants playing Tetris with weird shaped leaves on a tree. And I didn't buy it because I was worried that it was like connected to some online influencer or something or other that I didn't care about or like, but turns out it literally was just a fun design, and I wish I had bought it. And where did I put the other shirts with holes in them? Getting buried. Oh, they're right here. Here's another pair of pants. I don't know. Got a design on the back. Boot cut. I don't know. Pants are pants. I haven't really paid attention to styles. As long as they're not too long, which most of them are. Because I'm a 29 waist, but like 30 tall. Usually they're a little bit longer than 30. So I have my mom hem them up for me. Alright, we're almost done, and then I can go grab a bite to eat. This is another gray shirt. It's another Back to the Future shirt. Which if you haven't seen Back to the Future, I highly recommend. It's a great series. Fun movies. You know, actually, the DeLorean time machine car was actually almost originally going to be a refrigerator. But then Steven Spielberg was worried about little kids pretending to go time machine in a fridge and getting trapped inside and not being able to get out and passing away. For some reason I thought I saw shirt with holes in it in this stack, but there's not. I think I'm missing a shirt in this somewhere too. Because I know I have another, oh wait, no, it's right here. This shirt. One of the shirts that I dyed. It's got holes on your both arms. This new red shirt. The new one. The new one. It's a replacement for this. I don't care about you anymore. You gone. Goodbye. You have too many holes in you. Okay. So, this is my other plain gray shirt. Another shirt that could potentially represent sadness and depression. Whatever. Okay. Here we have a really old shirt that's probably too small for me. What size? Actually, I think I know. Yeah, it's a small. SCHP. Sentimental value. Utah National Parks Council. A scouting shirt. What does this even say? Strong versus strong leaders. Charity counts. I have no idea. It's just a scout shirt. Which sadly I think the Boy Scouts of America is no more. So this shirt is I don't know, it's a sentimental value shirt that I don't wear anymore because it is a little bit small. Maybe I'll donate it somewhere, give it away. I don't know, but that can go in a separate pile of. I'll put it in the pile of shirts that are, have holes in them. What else do we got? Ooh, look at this, look at this, look at this! Flavor worth fighting for. Totally Sweeto! Someday I'll go back and see if any of the new workers that started as I was leaving were still there, and how it is. Maybe if they've changed the recipe to my liking. I have no idea. This one doesn't have, oh no, this one does have holes in the bottom. I have one more somewhere that has less holes in it. Oh, this other shirt. Or maybe this is, no, this is the worst one. This one just has a big, huge, massive hole in it. But these are sentimental values. So whether shirts with holes in them, I don't know. I might wear one when I go into Sweeto and see. Maybe somebody like, oh, new coworker, great. I'm glad you're here. No, I'm not actually working here. I used to work here. No, really, seriously, don't try and fool me and get out of, it's your first day. Come back into the kitchen and, no, I really don't work here. And then someone else will be like, oh, hi, Caleb. You know this person? Yeah, he used to work here. Oh, okay, so I guess he's not the new employee. Yeah? Well, would you like a job? No, thank you. I do not want to work here anymore. That's a massive hole. Sentimental value, maybe I'll put this up on a frame somewhere. It'd be cool to have something like this in a frame or hang on my studio somewhere, but then I kind of don't want this just because I don't want any, oh, your logo is in your YouTube stream, the background of your Minecraft stream that you're monetizing, and that's not acceptable to us, and I don't know. Maybe it'd be free advertising, but then do I want to advertise them? I don't know. If you go to Sweeto, you can try the Sweeto burrito. It's just a really sweet pork burrito. Sadly, with no Nito sauce. Nito sauce is no more. I would try something like the Buff Chick. Crispy chicken, tater tots, ranch, and buffalo sauce. Oh, and some cheese. That's the burrito. Okay. This is a falling apart hoodie that I had dyed. I used to wear it at Sweeto at work during the colder months, but then it was too afraid for me to go in the kitchen and do anything, so I'd have to wear it at the drive-thru. And that's mainly where they don't really want you wearing sweaters or whatever at Sweeto, although they would kind of allow it in the kitchen. But if you're at the drive-thru, it's okay if you're wearing a sweater. But insiders, nah. But this is falling apart, and this is old. And I have a nice button-up shirt jacket that I forgot to bring up here and show. I'll have to take the camera downstairs and get it really quickly and show. But, so this can go in the old replace pile. Last but not least are some Sunday socks. These are a little thicker. Also, I don't know why this sock's in here. Oh, and also this. I've had this for years. I haven't worn it. Oh, well, hold on. There's this. So I'll save that one for last. It's a very relevant shirt. So this is, I don't know, it's a Billabong hoodie pattern on it. I was kind of sad when it started getting frayed and stuff, because it was a nice hood that my grandma gave me that I liked the pattern of for a while. It was cool, and Yeah. Yeah, it's a thing that could probably be donated. I'm not wearing it anymore. It's maybe a little too small for me. Some kid would make better use of keeping warm in this, even though it has ratty sleeves, than I will. This is too small for me to wear anymore. It's a little tight. I could fit it. It's a little tight, but check this out. Minecraft. And, oh, there's something else about this shirt that you must see. It is so cool. I'm going to unplug you. I'm going to take you with me. We're almost done here. Oh, no. I thought, ooh, there's one more shirt that I missed, but no, that's the shirt that I read. We need to come around here to a closet. We need to go inside. Will it work? Can you? Oh, one moment. We need to try something. Maybe it's lost its charm. Okay, let's wait for just a moment right here. Okay. Yeah. Have to get, no, it is. Ah, you guys can't see it. It's too dim. But the creeper glows in the dark. Oh, that's sad that I cannot adjust the camera to show you. If you want to see glow-in-the-dark creeper, I'll try and get a better, video. Maybe he's just a little dim, and if it was brighter. So what I'll actually do is I will actually, you know what? Do I have? No, we can try and supercharge this creeper with my headlamp, and then I can show you my shirt jacket and take out this this stream. Okay. Three, two, one. There we go! Yay! It's working! But then it fades pretty quickly, actually. Let's try that one more time. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I may wear this shirt in a Minecraft stream once. Because, it barely fits. So, all right. The last thing for this stream, and then take it out. Fold this shirt up. This is definitely a keeper. Which rhymes with creeper. Alright, and I'm going to see what is my power level on. Still 72%, that's good. So, I can actually X out of the stream on my phone. The final thing, we'll go downstairs to my, actually, there are some shirts in my closet that I don't wear very often, so I can show off that part. But, let me just, I'm going to mute the microphone for just a moment while we go downstairs and turn off the lights in my studio. Take a look at the last little bit of my shirts. So, audio will be coming back in just a bit. Alright. Here we are. The final things are this very nice shirt jacket. Keeps me pretty warm. It's not the warmest thing I've ever worn, but it's decent. Keeps me warm during the cold months. It's fuzzy on the inside. It's also fuzzy on the outside, which is a requirement. So if I ever, this is a Freedom Foundry. If I ever, what's the word? If I ever get a girlfriend, then snuggling up during the cold months, wherever we are, will be a little easier. Anyways, here's my Scout shirt. Nice. Some black work pants. An old suit that doesn't fit me. My dad's old leather jacket that's coming frayed down here, but it's pretty nice. My chef pants are on there. Another suit that doesn't fit me. A blue shirt I can't remember the last time I've worn. Apparently it's Easy Iron by H&M. This needs a little bit of sewing. It's not perfectly aligned. It was too small. West Street, Haku. Something I got from one of my coworkers at the call center, 2016. Sunday shirt. Another Sunday shirt. My Sunday suit, which is a bit small. Sunday pants. My orange shirt. You guys have seen that. Button up. It's got a green stain somewhere. This shirt I haven't worn in years. Also this shirt I haven't worn in years. My culinary uniform. There's my ties. Also this shirt as well. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching this stream. It's been fun. And, I'm going to try and have timestamps down below for when the shirt starts versus when the other thing starts. But thanks so much for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, all the usual stuff. Tell your friends about me. I'll see you guys in whatever's next.